assaulting me outside with microphones. How are you guys doing?
Doing all right, yourself?
You guys look phenomenal.
Well, thank you.
We
I feel
colour
underdressed.
coordinated.
I like your set. Wow. So
That was all
intimidating.
us.
Yeah, we got in here early.
It's my set. Okay.
You were there for the next 8 minutes.
Okay. What's my motivation?
The fact that I'm going to say cut in about.
Okay. That's terrifying.
Well played.
Terrible.
Okay.
Well
Nice to
played.
meet you guys.
How you doing?
Nice to
I'm
meet
good.
you.
This is so surreal. You guys are like some of my favorite actors ever. So
Thank
this
you.
is so sensational to see you guys in real life. Saw the movie last night. It was phenomenal. I had a big smile on my face the entire time. I couldn't believe. It was such a bizarre kind of movie because it doesn't follow like a typical kind of story structure. It's kind of just like a day in the life of everybody, and you just kind of see snippets of their lives and everything. And it was just so delightful to watch actors just act and be so good at it. So good job.
Oh, thanks.
Well, that's a real credit to Tarantino, his structure.
Yeah, so talking about Tarantino, like, what drew you to the movie? Was it his name alone,
Tarantino.
or
Yeah, that does it for me.
Pretty much does it.
is that what every actor says? Just
Yeah,
as soon as he calls, you just
Yeah.
pick up the phone.
we're all
Yeah,
there.
I think I initially reached out to him, and I think I offered just to work in craft service or something. I just wanted to see one of these film sets, so got a little more than I bargained for.
Which was a bit serendipitous, right?
Yes.
Because then he came after with the
The timing was
Impeccable.
perfect.
Wow.
Perfect timing.
What do you think it is about his movie? Because I'm a huge Tarantino fan as well. Pulp Fiction is one of my favorite movies of all time. But what do you think it is as actors that draws people to his movies?
He's completely unique. He is the auteur, the quintessential auteur. He has his own voice, his own rhythms, his own cadence, and his own point of reference from the history of film. And there's no one else like him.
Yeah, which works to his credit in this movie because you can see so many homages to so many old types of movies, and he just nailed that old Hollywood type of style.
I also see bits of all his films in this one. Like they've all come together into this story.
Yeah.
And there's so many delightful little things for Tarantino fans, like reoccurring actors that have been in past films, and
Yeah.
the fact that stuntman Mike is now a stunt coordinator, and Zoe Bell is playing his wife, who's the costume.
Right.
For everyone who loves Tarantino films, there's so many little things that.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing about playing your characters? Was there any particular days on set that you really liked or enjoyed, or any memorable moments about playing your characters?
I liked hauling ass down Hollywood Boulevard, personally. It's in my neighborhood, and I often have to take that route, and
Yeah.
to be unencumbered by speed limit or traffic was a delight.
Yeah, because I was watching it, I was like, is that actually him driving the car? He's going a bit fast.
You're a good driver.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I also have a good stuntman.
And especially for you, because you play such a character with such a huge history and a name that everybody kind of knows for particular reasons. So what was it like to take on a character like that and bring her to life on screen again?
It was an honor, truly. I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of honoring her memory in this way. I think that was very much Quentin's intent in the way that he wrote her. It was to really shine a light on her life as opposed to focusing on her tragic death. And you could tell in the way that he wrote her that he just loved her, that he saw her movies when he was a child at this time in Hollywood and was thoroughly charmed by her like everyone else, and you felt that in his writing, and I just wanted to help bring that alive.
And in the film itself and in Margot's performance, she's the joy and the hope within the film.
Yeah.
The future.
Yeah,
What the future could be.
Yeah, she definitely represents all the most wonderful things about Hollywood at the time and America at the time and the hippie culture and the open arm, open door policy and the optimism of someone.
Yeah, because she had like a lightness to her throughout, and she just enjoyed what she was doing and going to her own movie and sitting there with glee and just enjoying everybody, enjoying it along with her.
She's not vain and she's not judgmental, so you can kind of share her delight in those moments.
Yeah, she was very relatable, I think, to a lot of people.
Oh, good.
So you talked about Quentin's writing, and we all know that he's not only such a good director, but such a good writer as well. When you guys get the scripts for a movie like this, are you encouraged to improv at all, or is it all just set in stone? Do you?
I don't. I mean, there's always room for it, invention on set, which he fosters, but I find his dialogue so specific that there's a music to it, and anytime you try to insert your little clever bits, it just cocks it up.
Yeah.
He's pretty special that way.
Yeah, I kind of adapt depending on the director I'm working with. Sometimes I improv heaps with a character and a certain director, but like Brad said, you don't want to do that with Quentin's writing. It has its rhythm, you don't want to mess it up. I mean, maybe a word here and there, and if he likes it, you know he likes it.
Yeah.
If he doesn't mention it, you know you won't do it again.
And what is it like to, because it's shot very old school as well. It's all very practical. It's all very real. It's all done on set
He's
and
a
everything.
purist, no CG.
Yeah.
That's a rule.
So as actors, it must be liberating to actually just do it all for real and give you more to work with.
Well, sometimes, but you know, like in this fight scene we do with Mike Moe, he says we're going to do it all in one, and I just hear, oh my God, we're going to do it all in one, and I say, but you can whip pan. There's a way to cheat it. You know, you can whip pan and splice the bits all the good bits together. And he says, nope, we're doing it all in one. We're doing it all in one. So okay.
So sometimes that purist attitude can be exhausting.
Challenging.
I suppose.
It pays off though on screen. It all looks and flows so well. So when the movie itself is all about Hollywood in general and the old generation of Hollywood, and it's kind of talking about the changes in Hollywood and what it was like back then. And you guys are still acting in the modern Hollywood. So is there any changes that have happened in your acting careers, positive or negative, that have come about since you guys have just been in the industry?
Well, I see a lot of parallels from certainly 1969 for the industry and even our country to where we are now. At that time, the studios had kind of hit the wall, and this new voice came with Bonnie and Clyde, and then this year I think was The Graduate and Easy Rider and Butch and Sundance, which was paving the way for the Scorseses and the Coppolas, the real auteurs. Yeah. So there's a real change. Plus, we were a polarized country then as we are now. In industry-wise, we've seen a big shift from streaming, you know, from the communal experience in the cinema to this explosion of streaming, which is, on the positive, we see all this wealth of talent and really gutsy storytelling being made and getting a chance to be told. And what that means for the communal experience will be interesting to see. Don't know. There's a question of disposability, but the content's fantastic. Yeah,
because there's a connection with audiences, I think, stronger now than there was years ago, because now with streaming services, and my main thing is YouTube. So I upload videos and people can just immediately comment straight away on something, and they have it all right then and there, and you get such immediate feedback on it. Do you think that's helpful, or do you think it's more of a curse?
I just think that's what it is, and we got to go with it and make the best out of it.
That's a good answer. I like that. Are there any changes in Hollywood that you're excited about, or any changes that you think not so much should happen, but that you hope to happen, or any sort of paving the way for anything new that's coming along that you think would be good?
I think, like Brad said, there's so many people are taking risks on young, cool, emerging filmmakers, and streaming services have really allowed crazy ideas to people are putting money behind some crazy ideas, which hasn't, that kind of stuff I think is a great thing. Yeah.
So last question, I always kind of like to ask people this, because people always ask me all the time, is when things get so crazy for you guys all the time, because you're at the top of the game, you're in some of the biggest movies that are out there, when it comes to trying to switch off and calm down and get away from all of that, what do you guys like to do to just turn off and just be yourselves instead of being out in the spotlight all the time?
I don't know, I hang out with friends.
Yeah, it's really not so crazy. I mean, there's a big flux when a film is coming out, but actually we get to do our work in a pretty contained environment, and there's a lot of downtime and a lot of time with friends and family, which I've come to feel that life first and work will follow. And so it's not so crazy, but it's just barbecues like anyone else. Or you like a Barbie?
Love a Barbie. Like a shrimp on the Barbie.
Great. Well, thank you guys so much. This has been wonderful.
All right,
so nice talking to you guys.
Nice to talk to you too.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.